Hi everyone, I hope you are all doing well. This week's Parsha is Parshat Kedoshim here in Israel, Achrim over in America, and next week you guys will catch up. So, this week's Parshat Kedoshim, begins with Hashem telling Moshe to tell the Jewish people that they will be Kedoshim to you, that they will be destined for Kadoshness, to be Kadosh. And what does Kadosh mean? I spoke about it from Auschwitz a few weeks ago. It means on the literal level to be holy, but more accurately, it really means to be unique, to be special. It has a connotation of separateness as well. Now, the entire beginning of this week's Parsha talks about aspects of that Kadoshness. The Jewish people have kosher food, we keep Shabbat, we have forbidden relations, and all of these aspects really embodies what it means to be Kadosh, what it means to be unique. And we say at least 3 times a day. In Shemona Esrei, Atah Kadosh, it's saying that Hashem, you're unique, you're special, not on the literal sense it's holy, but it's really unique. You're special, Hashem, right? V'shimcha Kadosh, and your name is also Kadosh, Ukedoshim, and us, the Jewish people, that we fulfilled what was commanded to us in this week's Parsha to be Kadosh, that we're also Kadosh in today's world also. Ukedoshim b'chol yom yalucha selah, that every day, us Kedoshim, we praise Hashem. Baruch atah Hashem hakel HaKadosh. It's the third bracha in Shemona Esrei. Now, the beginning of this week's Parsha, Hashem is telling the Jewish people, you have the potential to be on the same level as me in terms of your Kedusha, in terms of your level to be unique, to be special, to be separate from the other nations of the world. Now, when you ask a Jew, a fellow Jew, what does it mean to be Jewish? What's the essence of a Jew? They're usually a little lost. They don't really know what to say. They might be overcome with silence. But as I explained a few weeks ago from Auschwitz, that Kadosh, this Kedusha, this aspect that's implored on the Jewish people in this week's Parsha, specifically, really is the aspect that has allowed us to be the eternal nation, to live longer than any other nation on the face of the earth. Now, today is Yom HaShoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day. And I had the great pleasure to hear from Rabbi Beryl Wine this morning, someone who survived the time of the Holocaust. And he told us that in today's day and age, words mean so much, but they also mean so little. As he was saying that, he stopped for a second and said, today, thank God, we're not living in a physical Holocaust, but we're living in our own war inside of us, our own Holocaust, meaning we're losing Jews, thousands of Jews every day. We're just disappearing, not physically being persecuted, but we are disappearing. And he said, this word Holocaust is being thrown around so much with the Russia-Ukraine war, with the MLB lockout. Even the reporter used to describe the lockout, he called it a Holocaust. And being there myself, being in Yerushalayim now, I've had so much time to actually reflect on my experiences and the sights, the smells, just sounds, everything, right? It's undescribable in words. It cannot be put in words. It cannot be encapsulated with one word, the Holocaust, which happened 80 years ago. So the 4th pasuk in this week's Parsha said, do not turn to the idols and molten gods. Now, why use idols and molten gods? Why not just say idols? So Rashi explains that it's all about, the Torah here is trying to explain the power that people have to turn the harmless into the harmful. That we're able to turn this rock, this inanimate object, this non-entity, into a fake god. It's unbelievable what humans have the potential to do. And as Rabbi Beryl Wine said, the 19th century was such a time of promise, of innovation, of longevity in human life, in higher education, and it was looking up. But then the 20th century came around, and it totally defeated the purpose. It got worse and worse. And here we are in the 21st century, and what is it? We have nuclear, we're afraid of nuclear weapons. We live in a society where social repercussions could have deathly effects on your life, very harmful effects on your life in just an instant. So this pasuk in the Torah is showing us that us humans, we could take the harmless and turn it into the harmful so easily. And Rabbi Wine continued, and he said, really, there's a pasuk in Mishlei that says, a man left to his own devices is evil. If there's no veneer on morality, look what happens. You kill 1.5 million children. You kill 6 million Jews. You just murder them, burn them, and throw them into pits. What is this? That's what happens when there's no veneer on our morality as human beings, which is happening in today's society. Look at it. We're disregarding morality completely. Now, what can we do about this? So the Shach, a great rabbi of the previous generation, used to explain that if one person was capable of killing 6 million Jews, a person is also capable of saving 6 million Jews. Now, with that in mind, for us, the founder of Aish Torah, of Noach Weinberg, used to explain that since he explained in his reflection from Poland, this would be make it easier to understand. We could learn one thing from Hitler and the Nazis. If you have a real drive, a real ambition to achieve your goals, you have to take it seriously. And so did they. I would say that they were successful in their goals to annihilate the Jews to a certain extent. So for us, as Reb Noach was trying to explain, we could learn from them this one thing, that you really have to be serious about achieving your goals if you actually want to get them done. And to save 6 million Jews is so much more difficult than killing 6 million Jews. For them, it was systematic eradication. They were able to do it all the same way or similar way, but to save 6 million Jews, each one of us in ourselves, we're kadosh, we're unique, right? We're special in ourselves, just like Hashem. And we have to be treated to be saved with unique, personable attention on a one-on-one basis. So as Jews, we're commanded to be a light onto the nations, or lagoyim, and a role model for the entire world. And using our unique, separate kadosh sense to ourselves, portrayed in this week's Parsha, we have to fulfill our obligation to put a veneer on morality, right? And also the rest of the world. And how do we do that? With our Jewishness, with our characteristics. Now, the good news is that we've been around for over 3,000 years. And the Jewish nation will always continue to be around. So it's just a matter of time before the Beit HaMikdash comes and knocks down this building behind me, crushes the rod on top. Hopefully it happens soon. But the question is, are your children going to be part of that existence, going to be part of the continuation of the story? Or will you allow them just to die off with the temporary nations of this world? So we might not all have the ability to save 6 million Jews, but as it's taught in Pirkei Avot, which is customary to learn during this time of the year, the Omer, in a place where there is no man, strive to be the man. If there's no one to get something done, go get it done. So if we're not able to save 6 million Jews ourselves, we at least have the capability to save our children. We hold the key. Each and every one of us hold the key to that. We're able to save our offspring and to give them the opportunity to live good, unique, kadosh Jewish lives, right? And also to not let the efforts of our ancestors in the Holocaust that survived the Holocaust today on Yom HaShoah to just be in vain. And with that, I give you all a bracha that we're all able to exact our potential to be kadosh, to be special, to really take advantage of our opportunity that our ancestors gave us to still be living today, even after the horrific times of the Holocaust. And I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.